stepping out beneath the flashing signs. Hair on fire like a rebel in the lines. Every move a rhythm shaking through the floor, pulling hearts inside you like a force of war. You turn and the music screams in reply. Heat rising quick like a summer sky. I feel a current pull me into your zone like gravity claiming me as its own. Can't run, can't hide from your electric tone. You light up the night with a spark unknown, and every second near you makes me see the wildest parts of what I wanna be. There's voltage in your shadow, running deep, running fast, a storm beneath the glow that was meant to last. Voltage in your shadow, pulling me through the air, and wherever you choose to go, you know I'll meet you there. You laugh and the walls begin to shake like the world itself forgot how to break. Your voice hits hard like a sharpened cord, stronger than any blade or word. Step by step we move in time, a rhythm building line by line, and the city shifts like it feels our fire, giving way to raw desire. Can't run, can't hide from your electric tone. There's voltage in your shadow. Oh, let the night roll on, let the sky flare wide, let the pulse of the moment be our guide. No fear, no doubt, no second guess, just two forces in the same wild mess. Voltage in your shadow, I'll follow anywhere you go. That was meant to last. Voltage in your shadow, pulling me through the air. Wherever you choose to go, you know I'll meet you there. The gateway carved in spiral stands before my sight. The surface humming softly in the quiet night. Symbols shimmer like a map no hand can trace, whispering stories from a long forgotten place. The air vibrates with secrets old and vast, calling me forward, pulling me from the past. Voices on the spiral gate, singing in a rhythm only stars create. I step inside the shifting haze, lost in an endless cosmic maze. Golden fragments drift like shattered dreams, floating through the arches in liquid streams. Gravity bends, becoming soft and thin, as if the world outside can't pull me in. Every breath I take realigns the void, filling chest, racing through my veins. You flash that smile and the world breaks loose. No hesitation, yeah, I know what to choose. There's a fever in the moment, rising fast, a rush so strong it was built to last. You're the trigger in the dark I crave, a wild road I'll never say. Silver fractures dance inside a prism made of air. The past splits into rivers that go everywhere. Time unravels softly like a ribbon in my hand, and I follow its trail through the shifting sand. Walls dissolve into drifting quiet light, guiding me to places far beyond the night. In the labyrinth of the turning sky, where the stars rearrange every hour that passes by, I chase a vision that refuses to stay still. A fleeting silhouette moving just beyond my will. Yeah. A thousand silent mirrors float around my mind, showing every version of the things I left behind. But I keep walking, even when the roads divide, trusting the silent pull rising from inside. In the labyrinth of the turning sky, I finally let the unknown be my guide, where every question breathes and comes alive. I wander forever, just to feel the night survive. Steel rain falls from a broken sky, hammering the ground as the night drags by. The mountains tremble with a feral roar, as if something ancient stirs beneath the core. Black smoke rises like a serpent scream, twisting through the ruins of a dying dream. My heartbeat pounds like a war drum's cry, calling me forward. I cannot deny. The ground is shaking, the air sir. Breaking through the great unknown. Shattered ground beneath my feet. The air grows thick with rising heat. A storm of iron fills the sky, and every shadow learns to fly. Broken towers grown with rust, crushed by time, reduced to dust. But something deep within the storm takes its final twisted form. Oh, I hear the drums of a distant rage pounding through this metal cage. Steelbreaker ritual, a force too wild to tame. The night becomes electrical as the world forgets its name. Steelbreaker ritual, where fire shapes the strong. I'm marching to the hurricane to prove where I belong. A serpent made of molten stone slithers as the wind has grown. Its roar cuts through the iron rain, thriving on the planet's pain. Lightning cracks the barren ground, turning silence into sound. Every breath is rough and dry, yet still I raise my fists and try. This storm was made to test the few who dare to face what others fled through. Steelbreaker ritual, a force too wild to tame. The night becomes electrical as the world forgets its name. Steelbreaker ritual, where fire shapes the strong. I'm marching to the hurricane to prove where I belong. With every step the earth divides, revealing secrets darkness hides. I brace against the world's attack and swear I'll never turn my back. Steelbreaker ritual, a forge for heart and will. If chaos seeks to swallow me, I'll stand unbroken still. Steelbreaker ritual, where fire shapes the strong. I'm marching to the hurricane to prove where I belong. wide apart, testing the limits of my heart. A pressure builds a rising wave, daring me to break or to be brave. I roar back at the raging sky,